Welcome to the Crypt of Wax, where we cover the latest in black metal releases, and we are covering a recent
I was
release.
gonna say, did this one just come out?
Finally, Mike, after the last 3 episodes of just delving back into the past, this is a recent release. So this has just come out. We're talking about Absolute Tyrant. This is the demo. It's another project from Magic K, who's Indonesian like black metal solo project. Nature Manifest, Mike, do you remember that? We spoke about that last year. We didn't cover it last year, but we were going to.
Did we?
Yeah, but then for some reason we didn't. So it's the same guy, but different. Obviously, different project. I believe, Mike, that this is about the caste system in Bali, and everything to do with that. It's also called Java, I think.
Did you say the car system?
Cast, not the car.
What?
Cast.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
No.
Like a hierarchical thing. So like your.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
About keeping people. It's like to not let people in a lower caste go up into an upper class system, and they're kind of kept beneath those in
You
power.
saying class?
Caste, caste, caste system.
Yeah. Do you know what? Let's just talk. I'm feeling really stupid.
Right. Okay. So yeah, this is Magic
low.
K.
Yeah.
Mike, I kept when I was doing my notes, I kept referring to him as Special K, which is a
Cereal.
cereal
or
over here. Yeah.
for ketamine.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but it's not that Magic K. So this is, if you like raw, mystical, evil kind of synth heavy black metal, this is going to be one for you. Not
There's a
necessarily
cover version as well, John.
We'll talk about that when we get there. It's not breaking new ground, but it's for me, I've really enjoyed this, man. I thought it was a great introduction for the project. I thought the production was really cool. I liked the kind of the buzzy cuttingness of the guitar tone.
Yeah.
I like the way that the synths were really high up in the mix, like they're very front and center. I like that the vocals were kind of like layered in and amongst everything. They weren't the forefront of the project, which I quite enjoy. I like when
drums were quite low in the mix as well, weren't they?
I was going to say, I feel like the drums could have definitely been punchier.
Yeah, I think so.
Especially the snare. You lost a lot of impact on some like blast moments or slower kind of punkier moments because the snare kind of wasn't as powerful as it should have been.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. For me, yeah. I agree.
Yeah, okay.
No, I thought the drums in general, they were sat a little bit lower in the mix, and it sounded intentional. It did sound cool, but I couldn't help but think if those drums were up a little bit to like bring a little bit more punch to it, it might have benefited the mix overall. But it still sounded good.
I feel like it was just the snare though, in a way, because when they were like tom fills, I assume they're programmed drums. It sounded
I think they were.
The tom fills sounded quite high, and the cymbal stuff was also relatively audible, but it was just the snare, man. It was just definitely could have been more produced. So yeah, this is 5 tracks. You've got an intro synth track, which I loved. It was very dark, discordant.
Set the mood, didn't it?
Yeah, very foreboding. It had that kind of analog feel with the tape decay. It just sounded it was really cool. Oh, it had like a vampiric feel to it, didn't it? They had that kind of note selection. I don't want to go straight to track 5 because I'm saying that there's 5 tracks of this, but the last track is a cover, which you kind of spoke about at the top of the show.
Yeah.
Do we save that for the end, or do you want to talk about that?
No. Let's get to it. Let's go through the songs first, and we'll talk about what it ends on.
Cool. Okay. Right. So yeah, track 2, The Fall of Emperor. It was just atmosphere, man. I love the atmosphere that this guy creates. It was like very mid-tempo, but like was able to mix up the kind of pacing throughout, adding cool layers, like cool church bells going over it. It did sort of slow down around halfway to this sort of picked out motif, and it had
I like that as well. Like the guitar playing and the vocals as well over the top of that were cool.
I was going to say the vocals. It sort of sounded like he was sobbing at the start of it. It kind of sounded really unhinged, but then it was just really well done. And then when the tremolo guitar came back in over the top of that, it just was really like evil. It was really cool. I thought this song was possibly my standout on the demo.
Yeah. Wasn't
How did you?
mine, but it was still very
Was
good. No, I really liked it. It wasn't I'd say it wasn't my highlight, but I thought it was really cool. I loved that part in the middle with the nice sort of chords. They sounded really
yeah.
melodic on the first one. Then he did the change, and it
Hmm.
sort of made it go a little bit more evil. Then the way they worked with one another sounded really, really good.
Yeah.
And those vocals over it were cool. And you're right with those like the paces he mixed up. There's a lot of kind of driving, almost mid-pace beats
Yeah.
in
It
there
was
as
quite
well.
mid. I was gonna say it was quite mid tempo a lot throughout the whole EP, but I
But then
feel
when the
like
blast and stuff came in, it then made that impact, that sort of change.
yeah. I just wish that snare was just that tiny bit more
A
though.
bit louder.
Yeah. So then, yeah, track 3, Holy Blood, Full of Sin. I loved how high up in the mix the synths were at the start of this. It was like
Yeah.
really like punchy. Then it went into this kind of like punk moment, didn't it? I felt like the energy of this song, especially at the first half, because again, he did sort of break it down again at halfway point and change it up a little bit. But I felt there was a punk energy, and especially
Yeah.
there was like a really downstroked punk riff that came in like
Yeah.
towards the second half of the song. I thought that was really really
I love the
cool.
riffs in this, man. I thought it kinda stood out,
This
a
song or the
bit.
riff, yeah,
No, just this song a little bit, but not in a way that's didn't make it sound cohesive, but this
yeah,
one definitely had the more kind of punk riff energy going
and
on. There was, like, the guitars seemed maybe a bit louder
yeah,
than what you've heard there before, and like the riffs are more kind of power chord punchy.
yeah.
Um, but I thought it worked really well. I really liked it.
Did work really well. The end passage of this song was actually quite different to anything that had come previously. It was,
Mhm.
I don't want to say it was uplifting, but it did kind of lean a little bit more into that. There was a synth melody on top of it as well that added a little bit more. It was just a bit more melodious, shall we say?
Melodious.
Yeah, melodious. And it just felt a little bit more. I don't want to say triumphant, but it had that kind of brighter energy,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which was quite cool because then track 4, Temple of Void, almost continued that. I felt like this song had a kind of more quote unquote triumphant sound to it. It
It
flowed
felt more
really nice.
emotive. I thought it felt a bit more emotive this song than the other ones. This was my highlight
Was it?
yeah, it it did feel a little bit different to some of the other songs, and it had that kind of it just had this more it I think you're going to talk about flow. I thought it all flowed
Yeah.
really nicely. There wasn't too much distinction between parts in it. It kind of flowed through on the Simps, and I just felt there was the melodies on the Simps were really nice, and it just felt it had a little bit more of an emotive feel than some of the other ones. And I really like this one. This was my favorite on here.
Yeah.
Although
Well, I was
there's
just
one
going to say,
left, there's one song left.
well, each track did have a sort of different feel to it, which I enjoyed. It was like a
Yeah,
really good introduction to this project. Yeah,
yeah, but there was cohesion between them all as
there
well.
was. Yeah,
It wasn't repetitive or samey, but
no,
it wasn't they
so
were jumping
different
too far apart from each other that it didn't feel like a cohesive section.
until you get to track 5. So when I first listened to this, I had it on YouTube, and I wasn't paying attention at all to the
Did you
track
look at the track
listing.
listing then? No.
No, I wasn't paying attention at all, and I was like, this is a very different approach. I was like, the sound of this is not quite what had come before it. Obviously, the same production sound, but like in terms of like tone. Then I heard that the hook, the kind of the vocal hook of
The
the actual
chorus.
yeah, but he
Yeah, yeah,
plays it
yeah,
with the
yeah, yeah.
lead guitar,
Yeah,
and I
yeah, yeah.
was like, I thought to myself, I was like, this is so familiar. Like, why do I know that
I was gonna
hook?
say, I wanna know when you did you know what did you get it before no?
I twigged when once that like riff
Once you
had
read
gone
it.
around a few times. I was like, why do I know that hook? And I was like, and I was like, is that Blur? I was like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
I was
It's
like, what the
crazy.
hell? So yeah, so this is a cover, a Blur cover.
It's a big
Um,
song by Blur as well. It's like it's
yeah,
not something obscure. He's gone for like a big hit of
like
Blur.
a big like advert. It's quite
Yeah.
advert music, isn't it?
Yeah,
That
mate.
song.
I love the original, I have to say.
Do ya? It's
Yeah.
mate. It's a very weird, like the thought of how like a mystical, like raw black metal project covering Blur is
They're
fucking
finishing
bizarre.
finishing off a song that's on the same album as Country House.
Would you have
It's
preferred if it? Would you have preferred it if it was country
I'd
house?
say, do you know what? That would have been that would have been incredibly difficult to do a black metal version of that.
Boys
I
and
mean,
girls.
even as this is like bold as hell, isn't it? It really
But the
is.
it is, but the thing is, it oddly sounded good. I just don't think it fit the tone of the demo.
But then is it kind of like
An
bonus track
additional,
vibes? Like,
yeah,
because that's what I kind of view it as being like the bit at the end. And I've got to say, like, because right, I love Blur, I love the original, and I love the cover. I thought it was I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really brave choice to do it. And that song in isolation on its own,
yeah,
I thought it works really well. And I was
yeah,
surprised at his approach to it because I thought when I saw it on you said to me it's got a Blur cover, and I looked at the track listing, saw it was Universal, and thought he's probably going to lean into the orchestral parts of it and like kind of
with the
lo-fi synth,
synths.
but he didn't. It was like pacey. It had much more pace than that. It wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah, because the you could have quite easily done that hook with a synth, actually, couldn't you? That could
Yeah.
have been quite
Well, he
interesting. But
does kind of do it. He does do it, doesn't he? Later on, he brings a synth in
but the
underneath.
first time it's the guitar, it's the lead doing
Yeah,
it, isn't
yeah.
it?
Oh,
And
yeah.
that,
No, it is.
yeah,
Yeah, it is the lead doing it. Yeah, you're right. But I think the synth does it at some point. Maybe I'm wrong.
it might accompany towards the end. But yeah, interesting choice, but cool in a weird way.
Do you think? Do you think he could do more Britpop songs?
Like Pulp.
Yeah, yeah, like what Common People.
Yeah.
Absolute Britpop,
That would that
which is probably is already a compilation album, but he could do one, couldn't he?
yeah, he could do one. He could do one. Now that's what I call Britpop,
Yeah.
black metal style. Interesting, yeah, really interesting. Look,
Is it? Would you say it's your cover black metal cover of the year?
is it the only cover that I've
Well, that's what I
heard
mean.
this year?
It probably is.
No, it's
Yeah, but
not.
yeah, but everyone else would be covering like more obvious songs, like sort of other black metal band
I'm
songs
sure there
or
was
whatever.
something else that covered that we covered on here, but I'll have to think about it. We'll touch
Right.
on this. Listen, if you want to know what our cover of the year song is, subscribe because at the end of the year we will do that episode.
Yeah. Probably out of
And
what? How many songs? Like 3?
one, two, yeah.
It'd be this will win it for me.
Let us know in the comments if there are any black metal covers of more ridiculous pop
Yeah.
songs that
Well, didn't
we
that
need to
there was
check
that
out.
UK band, wasn't there? What was that UK band we saw support Lamp and Murmurs, that Spider God or something like that? Didn't they do a covers album?
Oh, did they?
I think they did. I haven't heard
Oh,
it, but I
interesting.
think they did.
Well, yeah, look, if you do like this kind of content, we don't just talk about covers, but we do try and talk about the latest in black metal releases. So give us a subscribe. We have videos every Wednesday and Friday. But yeah, do let us know if you check this one out. It's really cool. If you do like that kind of, like I said, raw, mystical, like lo-fi kind of, just good solid black metal in it, Mike. There's not much
Yeah.
more to it than that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll hopefully catch you in the next one.